An important part of investing is learning how to value an asset. That asset could be equity in a company, it could be real estate, it could be a piece of land, but you have to know how to properly value it. So if you're going to be an investor, you want to know how to properly value an asset so you know that you're making a good decision. In future videos, we'll break down how we go about evaluating stocks and real estate. But one of the things that we think is crucial is to understand the difference between value, cost, and price, because a lot of people think this is all one and the same, and it's not. And here's why. Let's start with cost. Cost is the amount incurred when you produce something. So an example would be in real estate, a building. That will be your land, the cost of your labor, and the cost of entrepreneurship. So if you want to make a profit, all of those things together would equal your cost. So it's how much money or resources you have to put up to produce something. That's what cost is, but that's different from price as well as value. Then we have price. Price is the money or the amount that you have to pay in order to get something. So let's just say, for argument's sake, that I have a t-shirt and I can charge whatever I want to. I can make the price $1 million. That doesn't mean that it costs me $1 million to create that t-shirt, and it doesn't mean the t-shirt has a value of $1 million, but that's the price I'm charging. So understand what price is and how that differentiates itself from cost as well as value. And last, we have value. Value is the worth of an object or a service to a specific individual. So it's about how much that thing or service is worth to someone specific. So here's a good example to illustrate the difference. And I got this from Soul Review. This may be a couple years old, but it still illustrates the point. If you look at these different types of Nikes, you'll see what the production cost is and what the retail price is. So let's just take the first one up there, the Air Max 2016s. The actual cost, remember what cost is, how much it costs to actually produce the item, was $33, but they retail for $190. So the cost is $33, but the retail price is $190. Now, the last part is value. So a great way to put this is, I have a nephew who's in high school. So, he likes to stun on people. So for him, Nikes have a certain value. For me, who can care less about wearing Nikes, I'd rather have Nike shares. They don't have that same value, right? So looking at these 2016 Air Max, again, the cost is $33, the price is $190. The value to him might be $500 or whatever it may be. The value to me, they're not even worth the $190 to me. I'm trying to pay as close to the $33 as possible. So that's a good illustration of cost versus price versus value. So how does this relate to investing? When you're looking at a piece of real estate, you have a price which the actual seller is asking for the property. That's their price. You have the cost, what it costs to construct something that's similar in terms of that property. But then you have the value. What is the value to you? Your objective in real estate, since we're using real estate as an example, would be to create cash flow. So you have to figure out your numbers in terms of what the value is to you when buying that property, so you still can create cash flow. Now, if you're looking at a stock, you want to know how to value that stock. So a stock will have a price, what it's selling for on the open market, but does that work for you? It might work for you. It might not work for you at its current price. Because again, you're concerned with your value, not necessarily the price. And that changes depending upon whether you're trading or you're investing for the long term. I prefer investing for the long term. So that's the difference between cost versus price versus value. So as you become an investor and you see a price on certain items, whether that's a piece of property or a stock, just understand that that's the price. Doesn't necessarily mean that's what value it has to you. And specifically when we talk about real estate, people can ask for whatever they want to ask for. They can ask for a property to sell for $1 million, and the property could be worth $20,000 to you. So make sure you do your due diligence and don't just look at the price. Understand what the value is to you and understand the difference between the cost, price, and value, and use this in your analysis when determining whether you want to move forward with any sort of purchase of an asset. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. You can reach out. You can inbox us on any of our social sites, whether that's IG, Twitter, YouTube, whatever it may be. Just reach out to us if you have any questions, and we'll be, we'll see if we can help you in any way we can. But we want to make sure that we bring you content to kind of help you make your decision along the way when you decide to start, owning things. We're going to go into deeper detail in the future with specific things like how to value a piece of property or how to value a company if you're going to buy stock. But just wanted to start this off by letting you know what the difference is between cost, price, and value, because having that knowledge is important as you move forward to start to get more specific.